Ladies and gentlemen, do you have this rare USA $1 coin dated 1776 to 1976? This is the famous bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, struck to celebrate 200 years of American independence. On the front, it shows President Dwight Eisenhower, and on the back, a powerful design of the Liberty Bell over the moon. If your coin has no D-Mint mark, it means it was made in Philadelphia. And even in fine condition, this coin is worth more than face value in today's market. Instead of just $1, collectors will pay $2 to $5, sometimes even higher if the coin has strong details or rare errors. So check your change, search your drawers. You might be holding a small piece of American history that is more valuable than you think. Next. Coin lovers, historians, and treasure seekers from around the world. Welcome to a journey that will take us deep into the heart of one of America's most iconic and talked about coins. The United States of America $1 coin, minted to celebrate the bicentennial year, carrying the dual date 1776 to 1976, a coin that reflects both history and mystery. A coin that in fine condition without a D-Mint mark continues to spark conversations about value, rarity, and collector passion in today's marketplace. For the next 90 minutes, we are going to explore everything about this legendary coin. The history of its creation, the symbolism of its design, the cultural weight it carries as a tribute to 200 years of American independence, the different varieties and mint marks, the details of the no D-Mint mark issue, the grading and condition that determine its worth, the fluctuations of its value in dollars in today's market, and the extraordinary stories of collectors who have held on to this coin as if it were a piece of living history. Let us begin by understanding why the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial dollar exists at all. The year 1976 was not just any year. It was America's 200th birthday, the bicentennial of the Declaration of Independence, a monumental celebration that saw parades, fireworks, commemorative stamps, and, yes, commemorative coinage. The U.S. Mint decided to honor this milestone by redesigning certain circulating coins for the very first time since 1776. The quarter, the half-dollar, and the $1 coin were chosen to bear special bicentennial designs, with the dual date 1776 to 1976, marking both the founding year and the bicentennial year. The Eisenhower dollar, as it is known, was already circulating since 1971 with President Dwight D. Eisenhower's portrait on the obverse, but for this historic occasion, its reverse was changed to feature a stunning image of the Liberty Bell superimposed upon the moon, a design by artist Dennis R. Williams that captured both America's revolutionary roots and its modern space-age triumphs. Think about it. A single coin showing the Liberty Bell, symbol of independence, together with the moon, symbol of America's greatest 20th century achievement. This coin in your hand was meant to remind Americans that the spirit of 1776 was alive and thriving in 1976. Now, when we talk about mint marks, we need to understand that these coins were produced in large quantities across multiple facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint traditionally produced coins without a mint mark, Denver coins bore the D-Mint mark, and San Francisco coins carried an S-Mint mark. In this video, our focus is specifically on the $1 coin dated 1776 to 1976 without the D-Mint mark, which means it is a Philadelphia issue. These coins, in fine condition, still hold collector interest, and their value in the market can surprise those who assume bicentennial coins are common and worthless. So, what does fine condition mean in numismatics? Fine condition refers to a grade where the coin has moderate wear. Details of Eisenhower's hair on the obverse are worn but visible, the lettering remains clear, and the Liberty Bell and moon design on the reverse shows noticeable wear but still retains most of its main features. Fine condition is not uncirculated, but it is far from being heavily damaged. It is the middle ground, coins that have served their time in circulation but remain presentable, identifiable, and collectible. Now let us speak about value, which is the heart of why collectors and viewers are here today. Many people assume that a bicentennial dollar is always worth just $1. They believe millions were made, and therefore none could be worth more. But reality is more nuanced. In today's market, as we analyze auctions, collector sales, and dealer listings, a 1776 to 1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollar in fine condition without a mint mark generally carries a value higher than face value. In most cases, These coins sell between $2 to $5 in fine condition to collectors who desire them. That may not sound extraordinary, but the important point is that the value is double to 5 times face value for a coin still widely available. But, and here's the surprising truth, certain varieties, such as the Type 1 with bold lettering or the Type 2 with refined lettering, can fetch more, and coins that are sharply struck, have unusual errors, or come in higher conditions can skyrocket in value. Let us dive deeper into these varieties. The bicentennial Eisenhower dollars come in 2 reverse types. Type 1, issued in 1975, has thick and blocky lettering on the reverse, particularly noticeable in the word America. Type 2, issued in 1976, has thinner, more refined lettering. Collectors often seek both types, and while both are collectible, certain buyers show a preference for the Type 2 design. If your no-D mint mark bicentennial dollar happens to be Type 1 or Type 2, that classification can affect value. Errors, as always in numismatics, can change everything. Off-center strikes, double die obverse or reverse, planchet flaws, and other striking errors can elevate a bicentennial dollar from a modest $3 coin to a piece worth hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars. For instance, some error bicentennial Eisenhower dollars have sold at auction for prices exceeding $1,000, depending on rarity and condition. We must also consider collector psychology. The bicentennial celebration created emotional attachment. Millions of Americans kept bicentennial coins as keepsakes, tucking them into drawers, albums, and collections, meaning many remain in higher than usual condition. But the passage of nearly 50 years has led to attrition, loss, and circulation damage, meaning fine condition pieces today carry a heritage story and nostalgia that makes them desirable to both casual and serious collectors. So where does the modern market stand? As of today, a 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar without a D mint mark in fine condition reliably sells for $2 to $5 retail. Dealers might pay $1.50 to $2 when buying in bulk. But collectors who are completing bicentennial sets often pay premiums for coins with nice eye appeal. If you have a certified coin graded by a service like PCGS or NGC, even in fine condition, the coin can sell faster and at stronger prices because authentication gives buyers confidence. The bigger truth is that while not every bicentennial dollar will make you rich, the coin is an entry point into the world of numismatics. Some viewers watching this right now may check their change jar and realize they own this exact coin. Others may dig deeper into varieties and error hunting, leading them to coins worth hundreds or even thousands. In that way, the bicentennial dollar is a teacher coin. It teaches you how to value, how to grade, how to search, and how to treasure. Over the next chapters of this long exploration, we will cover the complete history of the Eisenhower dollar series, why the bicentennial redesign was so culturally powerful, the mintages of Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco issues, how to identify Type 1 and Type 2 reverses, how to spot valuable errors on bicentennial dollars, the current market trends on eBay, heritage auctions, and coin shows, collector stories and investment potential, and finally, practical advice for storing, grading, and selling your coin to maximize its worth. By the time this video concludes, you will not only know the value of the USA $1 1776 to 1976 coin in fine condition without the D mint mark in today's dollars, but you will also understand the history, the art, the collector passion, and the hidden potential that makes this one of the most recognized and beloved commemorative coins in the world. So stay with us, coin enthusiasts, because what may look like just a piece of change can, under the right circumstances, become a cherished collectible, a historical treasure, and yes, in rare cases, a surprisingly valuable asset in today's collector market. History of the Eisenhower dollar. The Eisenhower dollar, first struck in 1971, was the first dollar coin issued by the United States since the peace dollar ended in 1935. It honored Dwight D. Eisenhower, the victorious general of World War II and the 34th President of the United States. But more than just honoring a leader, this coin marked America's technological triumphs, particularly the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. On the regular issue, the reverse showed an eagle landing on the moon, symbolizing peace and achievement. But for the bicentennial celebration, this design changed. That is why the 1776 to 1976 issue stands out. It was a short-lived, special design, never repeated again, and that rarity of design makes it collectible. The Bicentennial Fever. The bicentennial in 1976 was like no other celebration in U.S. history. Every home had flags, every city had fireworks, and even everyday items were branded with bicentennial logos. Into this atmosphere, the Mint released bicentennial coins. The excitement meant that millions of people saved these coins as souvenirs. However, because so many were saved, most bicentennial coins are not rare in uncirculated condition. But here's the twist. Circulated examples in fine condition represent the ones that actually passed through hands during the celebration, touched by ordinary Americans, carrying the energy of 1976 itself. That is the spirit inside your coin. How to identify the no mint mark? Your coin without a D mint mark means it was made in Philadelphia. Look at the obverse, just below Eisenhower's neck. If there is no letter, then it's a Philadelphia coin. If there's a D, it's Denver. If there's an S, it's San Francisco. Knowing this detail is critical because it tells you which mint struck your coin, and different mints produce different numbers, affecting rarity and value. Value breakdown in today's market. Now, let us be precise about the value of this coin today. In fine condition, no D bicentennial Eisenhower dollars usually sell for $2 to $5. In very fine condition, $5 to $8. In extremely fine, $8 to $12. In uncirculated, $15 to $25. Proof versions, struck in San Francisco with mirror-like surfaces, can go from $20 to over $100 depending on rarity. But the magic happens with error coins. Double dies, off-centers, wrong planchets. These can shoot into the hundreds or even thousands. So, while your fine-condition coin may be modest in value, it opens the door to a world where the right piece could change your life. Error coins and $1,000,000 story. Collectors love error coins, and the Eisenhower Bicentennial series has many. Imagine holding a coin struck off-center, where half the Liberty Bell is missing. Imagine finding a coin struck on a smaller planchet, making it look like a miniature Ike dollar. These are treasures. Some error bicentennial dollars have sold for $1,000 to $5,000 at major auctions. And stories circulate of rare varieties, double die obverse, clash dies, and more, that have shocked the market with high prices. These stories keep collectors searching every pocket of change, hoping lightning will strike. Collector demand and nostalgia. Why do collectors still chase this coin? The answer is nostalgia. For Americans who lived through 1976, this coin is not just metal, it is memory. It reminds them of parades, celebrations, pride, and patriotism. For younger collectors, it is a tangible piece of history they can hold. That demand ensures the bicentennial dollar will always be worth more than face value, because it is not just a coin, it is an emotional connection. Investment potential. Should you hold on to your coin or sell it? That is the question many ask. The truth is, common bicentennial dollars in fine condition will likely remain modest in value. But if you collect varieties, if you hunt errors, and if you focus on high grades, you may find yourself holding assets that appreciate. The Eisenhower dollar series, once overlooked, is now rising in popularity, and bicentennial issues are leading the way. 10 years from now, today's $5 coin could be $20, especially as more collectors enter the hobby and supply decreases. How to store and protect your coin. If you own one of these coins, protect it. Do not clean it, as cleaning destroys collector value. Store it in a plastic flip, an album, or an airtight capsule. Keep it away from moisture, dust, and sunlight. A properly stored coin maintains its condition, and condition equals value. Conclusion and final words. So now you know, the USA $1 1776 to 1976 bicentennial coin, without the D mint mark, in fine condition, has a value in today's market of around $2 to $5. But its true worth is far greater. It is history in your hands. It is memory in metal. It is a gateway into the thrilling world of numismatics. Who knows? The very coin you hold could lead you on a journey of discovery, profit, and passion that changes your life. Keep looking, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single coin. Next. Listen carefully. You may be holding a hidden treasure in your hands. This is the 1972 United States $1 coin without a D mint mark, a piece of American history that collectors are chasing even today. At first glance, it looks like just an old Eisenhower dollar. But the truth will shock you. In fine condition, this coin can be worth between $1.50 and $5 dollars in the market. But here's the secret. Special Type 2 reverse varieties of the same year have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auctions. Imagine turning a simple coin from your drawer into a small fortune. That's the magic of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar. So check your collection carefully, because one coin could change everything. To this incredible journey into the world of American coinage, where history, rarity, and value come together to create treasures that fascinate collectors across the globe. Today, we will dedicate our full attention to one extraordinary piece. The 1972 United States $1 coin, without the D-mint mark, in fine condition, and its true value in today's market measured in dollars. When most people look at an old coin, they see nothing more than a piece of metal that once changed hands in grocery stores, gas stations, and small shops. But to the trained eye of a collector, to the heart of an enthusiast, that very coin is a window into America's heritage, a piece of history that has survived wars, economic shifts, and the passage of generations. And the 1972 Eisenhower $1 coin is no exception. The Eisenhower dollar was minted between 1971 and 1978, honoring both President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the Apollo 11 moon landing of 1969. It was America's way of merging patriotism, leadership, and space exploration into a single design. The obverse side features a strong, dignified portrait of President Eisenhower, while the reverse depicts the bold eagle landing on the moon, an emblem of America's achievement in space. Now, the 1972 issue holds a special place in this story. Most coins of this year were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. However, the Philadelphia pieces carry no mint mark. And when we talk about a 1972 $1 coin without a D-mint mark, we are talking specifically about those struck in Philadelphia. This makes them instantly distinguishable to collectors who know where to look. But here's the twist. While millions were minted, not every coin survived in the same condition. Most circulated heavily in commerce, acquiring scratches, wear, and loss of shine. A coin graded in fine condition still shows the portrait and the reverse design clearly, but with noticeable wear. For the collector, this condition balances affordability with history. It is not mint state, it is not proof, but it is still authentic and desirable. The real question is, what is the market value of such a coin today? And this is where things become truly fascinating. In fine condition, a 1972 Eisenhower $1 coin without the D-mint mark generally sells between $1.50 and $5 depending on demand, eye appeal, and the buyer's interest. But wait, don't let that modest figure fool you. Special varieties of this coin, especially the 1972 Type 2 reverse with sharper, distinct design features, can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars in higher grades. So when a collector encounters a 1972 Eisenhower dollar, they do not just look at the date and the absence of the D. They carefully study the eagle on the reverse, the Earth's details behind it, the clarity of the islands, and the overall sharpness of strike. Because within the 1972 issue, there are multiple varieties, Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. And the Type 2 is the crown jewel, a variety so rare that even seasoned collectors consider it a prize. For the casual viewer holding one of these coins, this means your ordinary-looking Eisenhower dollar could potentially hide a treasure. The difference between a few dollars and a few thousand can lie in a subtle design element. This is what makes coin collecting both thrilling and mysterious. Let's now dive deeper into the history. The Eisenhower dollar was the first dollar coin issued by the United States Mint after the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. For more than 3 decades, America had no circulating dollar coin. The Eisenhower dollar brought the denomination back into circulation, but it faced challenges. Its large size made it unpopular for daily use. People found it bulky in pockets and heavy in change purses. As a result, many coins ended up being saved, stored, or simply forgotten in jars and boxes across the country. Fast forward to today, and those forgotten coins are being rediscovered. Collectors, dealers, and families rummage through old collections and stumble upon Eisenhower dollars, sometimes realizing they have been holding on to valuable varieties without ever knowing. This is why the 1972 issue has gained so much attention in modern numismatics. When we talk about fine condition specifically, it's important to understand what that means. In coin grading, fine indicates a coin that shows clear wear but retains its major design elements. Eisenhower's face, hairline, and jaw will show flattening. The eagle on the reverse will have worn wings and body. But the coin is still respectable and collectible. In this grade, the value might not skyrocket, but it represents a foundation piece in a collection. Market value, however, is never fixed. It fluctuates with trends, with collector interest, with auctions, and with rarity demand. A 1972 no-D mint Eisenhower dollar may trade hands for a couple of dollars in casual settings, yet when a sharp-eyed dealer spots a rare variety, the same coin could rise dramatically in price. This volatility is what keeps the world of coins exciting. Now imagine yourself walking into an antique shop, a flea market, or even opening a family drawer and spotting a dull silver-gray Eisenhower dollar from 1972. You hold it, turn it over, and notice there is no mint mark. For the untrained, it's just a dollar. For the informed, it's an opportunity. That is the magic of knowledge, and that is why this video is here. To give you the insight that transforms an ordinary discovery into a potential fortune. Over the decades, Eisenhower dollars have gained respect among collectors. While not made of silver in regular circulation strikes, they still carry weight, history, and iconic American imagery. And when one speaks of value, it is not just financial. It is also cultural and sentimental. This coin carries the legacy of Eisenhower, the hero of World War II and the President of the United States, alongside the glory of the Apollo mission. That combination makes it priceless in the eyes of many enthusiasts. So, in today's market, while a fine-condition 1972 Eisenhower dollar without a D mint mark might range from $1.50 to $5 in most cases, remember this: its true worth goes beyond numbers. It is a story preserved in metal. It is a relic of a different time in America. It is a chance to participate in the grand tradition of collecting. And for those who find the Type 2 variety, the financial reward can leap to thousands, turning a simple coin into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And now, as we continue through this 90-minute exploration, we will revisit these themes, expand on varieties, showcase market trends, highlight collector stories, and emphasize just how powerful this coin can be in your hands. Whether you are a beginner in the hobby or a seasoned numismatist, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar stands as a reminder that history is everywhere, sometimes hid.